me and Lauren went to go see Schulz live. So this past weekend, Andrew Schulz was in town. Pete Davidson was also in town as well too. But Andrew Schulz is in town. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Man, go Pete.
I like him in
I like him in sketch
commercials,
stuff. Yeah,
sketches
stuff like
when
that.
he got a script.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go see your stand up though. I'm good on that. But yeah, me and we went to go see Schulz at Raleigh Improv.
Yeah,
and
man.
It was lit.
Funny, hilarious.
At Raleigh Improv. Did he say Raleigh in there?
Now he always says rally though. That's a fact.
It's weird.
Everybody from out of town always does that though. I've realized.
But it's because they refuse to get it right.
Yeah, at a certain point, yeah.
Because I've heard him say it correctly before.
Yeah.
Then he just resorted back.
So yeah, I mean, the stand-up show was lit, but Schulz stand-up is always good though. So it's like, and then I also was wondering, how much are we allowed to talk about? Like,
don't give material because that's just unethical. That's grimy. That's
what I thought.
Danny Don't Stop or whatever his thing was.
Danny from the Stop. Yeah,
Danny from the Stop.
Yeah,
Come on
so
now. Nigga in there doing a voice memo.
So yeah, but I guess we essentially saw some of his content, his for his new special.
Real quick, I've always thought that Andrew Schulz was great at comedy. Yeah. I've heard a take recently that made me think. Somebody said that he's great because everybody else is eh.
No.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I never heard that before. Let me.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's true, but it's not. Like he's good. He's on his way. He's still like young in terms of comedy, like 30 something.
Yes,
but
he's just really getting that recognition
exactly
for being that guy.
I think. Go ahead.
He is like.
Okay, if we're thinking new comics. Did he come up in the Hannibal Buress was one generation before him?
I believe so. Hannibal Buress had a little more notoriety before him.
So Schulz came up in the Schulz, Davidson, Pete Davidson,
Santino.
Yeah,
Andrew Santino were they part of that same class?
I think so.
Shout out to all the Joe Rogan sphere people that's gonna be in our comments.
You know what's kind of weird with like comedy. Now that I kind of think, I'm trying to think, is he funny just because of his classmates aren't that funny?
Yeah,
it's kind of weird because comedy lasts so long. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy. Like Dave Chappelle is like 50. But he's still killing shit type. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so hard to
He's gotten a little weak though.
But it's almost in the sense of where Jay-Z can drop an album and he's going to be nice, but he's not in the contention with the new young niggas.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of hard to kind of separate classes of comedians too. They would be able to separate it a little bit more. But I was trying to put it with Hannibal Buress, but that was a class before him. And I think Hannibal is fucking hilarious. So,
him and Hannibal have that thing where they're so good at framing things in a way that you would have never thought about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're masters at justifying the unjustifiable.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They do that better than the other comedians, I would say.
And it's a delicate balance because, like, one of the jokes early on to where I knew that Andrew Schulz wasn't just funny, but he was skilled. Was that can I even say that word?
What?
Skilled?
It rhymes with Annie.
Oh. Yeah.
The Annie joke where he
say it, fuck it. I don't know.
Well,
what's
you know what the word is, bro.
You know what the word is.
Yeah, I think it flies.
I'm gonna just say it because fuck it.
Yeah.
So nobody knows. Tranny. He had a joke where Tranny and this is the take. This is what it is. This is the justification. Tranny isn't offensive because we just sweeten the end of things that we find cute.
Yeah.
Granny, mammy. I forgot. I just butchered this joke.
Daddy,
fucked it up. But then he had some other names in there.
No. That was a beautiful joke.
It was well crafted because you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
But you're using it correctly. You're channeling it. You're burning something and it's not you. Yeah. Because you can easily get burned playing with that shit.
I'll take that back. I don't think he's not funny. And I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that the other comedians are mid, and that's what makes him seem more funny. I think he is genuinely funny.
I don't think that is that either.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. Because when he crafts the stage, he's been on that stage long enough to, like, the jokes are hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they are.
They're normally thought out. They got 3 levels to them. You know what I'm saying?
His crowd work is phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Crowd work is good. So and
A1.
I think he might have added not a new element, but he might have pushed crowd work to a different plateau. Because I be seeing a lot more TikTok clips and things going viral.
Oh, yeah.
Of people just posting crowd work.
Like-
and he's actually the pioneer for a lot of how comedians display their content. now.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing too.
Yeah.
It's like we can call him a new generation pioneer, but all he was doing was taking his favorite era of comedy.
And yeah.
He was right behind Patrice O'Neal, so him
Exactly.
being good at crowd work, it's like it makes sense. 'Cause
Exactly,
he was coming
yeah.
up behind Patrice.
He was free.
And-
He cut from
like-
that
And he
cloth.
was also coming up when everything was toning down, when they were trying to silence comedians. Patrice was the first Indian over the hill fighting people for comedians' voices.
Yeah.
And then Patrice kind of put that foundation down and was the first person fighting all those battles, going to news networks just to have conversations about why comics should be able to say certain
should
things.
be able to make the joke.
Exactly,
This nigga
yeah.
died of diabetes so that we cannot get canceled.
Yeah, so it's like Schulz coming in, it's not even like, we can't even say he's the pioneer or something. He was just like the second person over the hill.
The
with
He took the torch.
He took the torch, yeah, and made everybody. And then he also had the whole like fuck the establishment thing going for
He
him
stood
as
his
well,
ground
too.
for long enough.
Yeah, and that was also and he had the whole fuck the establishment. Nobody will give me a deal.
Right.
I'll put it on YouTube. Because apparently he did break the mold of because apparently comics weren't using YouTube the way he was using it.
Nope.
Kevin Hart also was using YouTube in the same way that Schulz was using it. But Kevin Hart was putting more sketches and stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
But Kevin Hart still wasn't really putting his stand-up on YouTube. He was
Right.
putting a lot of sketches on YouTube.
Right.
But Schulz was also like, I'm not holding on to these jokes. I'm putting these shits out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that was another big thing. And he got that hustle from Russ.
Yep.
He contributes a lot of that to Russ.
A song a week.
A song a week.
Yep.
Yep. So
Yep. That's
did they ever get to do a sit down? I feel like they did.
I don't know if they
They've
did
done
or
something.
not.
Russ has been on Brilliant Idiots before,
Because
and I
I'm-
think Russ did something at one of his comedy shows.
Okay, 'cause
he
I
either
kn-
did a performance or
He's always giving Russ his flowers, but I can't remember if I've ever seen them sit down and really have that conversation.
Yeah,
with
I
each
don't know
other.
if they did, but that moment that he mentioned Russ in that, and then like his success with that was the reason I did the 52-week challenge.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
if I ever meet Andrew Schulz, I'm gonna point to the DM I sent him, thanking him for like being successful through comedy in that way, because
Yeah.
it made me want to do that in that moment.
Hey, look, this is news flash for anybody like trying to do anything, bro. Doing a 52-week challenge will change the position you're in, no matter
Oh, yeah, for
what
sure.
it's in. Like,
That's true.
It's crazy. Like Russ's 52-week challenge made it to where we know who the fuck Russ is. Schultz 52-week challenge put Schultz in the position where he was at. The 52-week challenge that me and Lauren did, even though it was on a smaller scale, changed everything for us.
Yeah,
like.
dude. A lot of people we meet and know now is
It's
started
only
also
because of
stuff.
that. Like video, like lyrically, like musically, upgraded like crazy. Videos, like I learned all the programming off of recording these music videos on iPhones and editing. I learned all the program through doing his videos every week.
Got your hands dirty.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, a 52-week challenge, no matter what you're doing, yo. Which is also another thing. I should have put this in the first segment. That's also another thing. Like, I know some people be trying to make it seem like, who are y'all to give advice on, nigga? Nigga, we put years in. We're 10 years deep, my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
just because it's only episode 11, don't get it fucked up. This is episode 11 plus 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's a creative skill set that you may be able to ask me about. You could ask me about almost any creative skill set with editing anything, and I probably have some insight on some of it.
that's a whole fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Just-
Yeah, you
just
could drop.
from-
You can pretty much drop me on anybody's team, and we can find multiple positions that we can fill.
Facts.
Like that's just what it is. Like, so it's like I always find that funny when a lot of people are just looking at like episode 11, and then I was talking to somebody, and they were like, I was like, yeah, I mean, we've been just doing podcasting for 6 years. That doesn't mean we've been doing creative things for just 6 years. And then I was like, same with the other dudes. They were like, because they are asking about y'all, and I was like, no, bro. These niggas are 5 years in too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody's new, bro. It's just episode 11. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, that's
Don't
it.
get this misconstrued.
Matter of fact, this is episode 11 of like the second or third podcast that we've all been on individually.
Right. Yeah,
This
literally.
is in the first
so
cast.
it's funny because it's just like the number of episodes is so low.
Yeah.
And it's like, who do these niggas think they
Yeah,
are?
don't let the number define us.
Don't let the number
Trust me.
define us. Age ain't number the number. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
But Schultz's show was hilarious. The only thing that I had to do, because I'm a little short in general, but the shorty that was sitting beside me, her hair was going crazy.
She was Amazon. It was an Amazon white girl. It was an Amazon white girl
Word.
that was sitting at our table.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, bro.
She had to be
6'2".
She I don't think she might have hit 6 foot low
yeah,
key.
probably.
She's probably right at 6
But
foot.
it was
yeah.
just because she had, I don't know if it was her head, but it was also her hair.
She
it was
had big
just so
curly hair,
much,
too,
bro.
yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
lean backwards, man. I was leaning back in the chair like, what the matter of fact, the security was on it too. I give Schulz that because
Yeah.
I had my phone in my hand and I was like this, like clapping like this with just the camera showing toward the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they ran up on me quick.
Damn, for real?
Oh yeah, they didn't say anything, but I know why they was there.
Yeah, I
They
missed
were,
that.
They made their
trying
presence known.
Yeah, they were trying to
Yeah,
figure out.
yeah,
They were trying to
yeah.
figure out if I was recording or not.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to them. Yeah.
Shit,
I love you,
Schulz got it
Schulz,
like
but
that.
the truth is, I was.
But hey, Schulz is
Hey, don't hold on now. Expose him, nigga.
yeah, Schulz is he came going at his haircut first.
He did.
When he got on stage, it was immediate haircut jokes.
So this new set is him self-deprecating.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's always had a little bit of that, but I mean, I don't think by the time he records the special, I don't know if he'll have the haircut. Because he did tell us, which he's told us on Brilliant Idiots, right?
Yeah, he
it was
has.
for a movie
Yeah.
or some sort of role that he was doing.
Film is this?
But at the same time, he might be, I don't know if he's still filming it or it was pissing so many people.
They just
Because
kept
at the
it.
same time, sometimes when it's driving so many people crazy, you keep
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know if the role is done and he's just like, well, it's fucking.
Or if he's trolling like Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and but
saying?
it was like one of the jokes, and of course, repeating jokes is never like as funny. But he was like, as soon as he comes out, he said, "Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Let's go ahead and address my haircut." He's like, my haircut looks like it has a lot of strong opinions about Jews. He was like from the front. He was like, but what's funny is. The front, the Jewish people have a problem with, but when I turn around, this is where the black people have a problem with. That shit was
That goddamn tape.
yeah, bro, because it's the taper, bro. And I was just like, yo, that's so real, because it's like the front, I didn't think nothing of, but it's when you see the back of this nigga's dome, you're
Look
like,
like he got shaved with a butter knife.
yeah, you're like, my nigga, what are you doing, bro? So,
Who made that fade so strong, and why is there no actual fade going on?
yeah, it's
This
real.
is gonna be a serious movie, I can tell.
Made me
Yeah.
want to be a barber for film sets.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's but yeah, I mean, I'll always go see Schulz if I can get a ticket before they sell out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So the next time he comes, we all got to go for sure.
And
you
I've
know what I'm saying?
always heard him talk about his homeboy, but his first homeboy, Derek Poston or whatever his name is,
Preston.
had me laughing.
That's
Oh.
the one that likes.
Had me dead
That-
laughing.
yes, that was
That's
him.
The one
Hilarious.
that
About halfway-
prefers his breast with the penis under them.
He did what?
Yes, yeah. He's the
did
episode. He's the episode of Flagrant that he said I love
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
transgender
Yeah, yeah,
porn.
yeah.
And they brought his favorite star on there.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Because what I was like, why does he look so familiar? But he's bald now. He had like a little afro before.
That's why it
He's-
messed me up.
He's bald now. Because
He's
I was
wearing
like, he looked so familiar, and even his voice was familiar. And then about halfway through his set, I realized it was bruh. He was hilarious.
Hilarious, bruh.
Hilarious. Now we got to talk about the second act.
It was a little weak.
Second act was trash.
And he's
Second-
from North Carolina.
It was
That
a
little weak.
North Carolina act.
Yeah.
And
Did
it was
did y'all
bad.
see Mark Arkash go?
Mark went up.
Oh yeah, Mark did
went
go.
up. Mark
Yeah,
was pretty funny, too.
Mark was pretty
Word.
funny
He started
too.
off a little slow, but he picked it up.
He did. Yeah.
But
It's-
man, I wish we could have went to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it started
yeah,
off a
it was
little
good.
slow, but Mark was funny too.
Mark
though.
was funny.
For sure. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know Mark was married either. I didn't.
Yeah,
I
he's married.
almost feel like, honestly, I almost feel like Mark did a longer set than he was supposed to because the other dude kind of was bombing. So they took him off a little early, it felt like. Because the way Mark started his set, it was just like he was really riffing and just like kind of speed talking.
Yeah, and then even the way the guy got off stage, it's almost like they said, "Get the fuck off stage."
Yeah.
That is what I
Yeah.
had because
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
friend threw a
Yeah.
comedy show and he kept the dude was getting burnt alive.
Yeah.
And he just kept going like, hey, like, come on, like, do
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Let somebody else have a crack at this.
But you know,
True.
They
that
will
dude,
pull you right off that.
that dude was at Akash's show too.
That white dude.
Yep, because that joke that he did with the NASCAR,
Yeah.
he did that there too. I remembered it from that because I was like, he looked a little familiar, but when he did that NASCAR joke,
remembered him.
I was like, I saw this before.
Okay. He wasn't that good, and he's clearly getting crazy looks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
got to pick it up, my nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like what the fuck, like.
But and that's the thing about being a comedian is that like everybody is gonna have their day eventually.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe we gotta find out what his name was. Maybe he has like fire ass sketches. And like he's working on his stage, but
Yeah,
he's
he's a
got
writer.
but he's got like 1 million
Yeah.
TikTok followers because his sketches go dumb.
Yo,
you
but
know
his
what I'm saying?
skits, his first time when I was with Akash joint, he was funnier than
It was funnier then.
Yeah, I think
okay.
he might have had a bad night or something.
what
He
I'm
might
saying.
have
Been
just.
bad.
Or
night.
maybe this set is bad because just this material he's working on now is not good.
It's just new.
Because I
True.
sold some headphones on Facebook Marketplace before the show, and the guy that I sold the headphones to, he was like, The show was phenomenal. You're gonna have a good time. Because I was telling him I'm going to the Schulz show, and he was like, "But the guy that they had from North Carolina."
Oh, he said that?
Oh,
Yeah,
he went on Friday?
I already knew he was gonna be whack.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew, but I was like, damn, he was right. Because it's like, he was like, everybody was good, but he was like, whoever they had opening from North Carolina was not good, and nobody was really trying to. He was like, at a certain point, people just stopped giving him like the sympathy laughs, and it was just awkward at his show, and he had went the night before.
He should have brought a Kosh with him.
Yeah, and it was like, damn, and so it's like. And Schulz had like 4 shows here or 5. So it's like,
this is all the testing rounds. They're practicing right now.
So imagine he did all those shows and got the same reaction, which was back to back to back.
That'll kill your confidence.
That'll kill your confidence,
but
right
it'll
there.
also make you too.
Yeah.
That'll turn
But
you into a warrior.
you would think after 3 times in a row, that last one, maybe the last show he did really good.
Yeah.
Because he was like, it's time to ditch this shit. Clearly, I'm not connecting. Whatever I'm trying to make work is not working. Let me go back to some bangers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's tough to have that look as well, and then like not follow through that well with it. But obviously, he has connects with him some way.
That's what I'm thinking.
Got
He
to.
must be great somewhere.
He got to.
And maybe we just saw a bad set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's probably what it was, because at the end of the day, that's necessary.
Yeah.
Like you got this material, you don't know if it's funny or not yet. You got to go try it. And it's probably not going to be funny at first.
Yeah. And you don't get to... And you don't keep getting to open up for Andrew Schulz and Akash Singh.
If you're not funny.
Yeah.
That's
If you're
what I'm
not-
saying.
if
You
not
didn't do
good.
something at one point in time.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
made a numerous amount of people laugh enough to the point where we brought you on this.
Right.
And whenever we come to North Carolina, we call you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he had to have done something that is funny as hell. But, and I wish I could remember your name, bruh. But it's probably better
It's
that we
probably
don't.
better
It's
that
Probably,
we
yeah.
don't.
probably better that we don't, just because you didn't. It's not like we're
Yeah,
speaking
later
too
on when you
highly
get
of it.
better, we'll remember. Be like, that's that dude that was trash that time.
But then he turned it all around, and now he's amazing. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
was about to say.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that
It was
sucks.
rough, though.
You had to sit through that.
It was rough, yeah. He got off the stage. All right, y'all, that's my time. They got him to fuck up off that stage, I swear.
my time.
And it was, and Mark came out, and just like you said, it did seem like he was just kind of kicking it with us for like 5 to 7 minutes,
Right.
and then then you could feel when the set
He
started.
picked
It
up
was
his
probably
leftovers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially, yeah.
Probably because he was rushed.
Yeah.
But hey, while we still on like the 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 like world of things, who do you think we might want to hit that bell?
Okay.